So usually I have to think of like an intro,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to segue into the actual podcast. So what happens in editing? I'm like talking for a bit, just talking to you guys about how I don't know how to start the podcast, and then I eventually just turn to the camera and say, "Hi, welcome to the Primetime Podcast," and I don't know what one we're up to. This happened last time. I just talked to the guests a bit how I don't know how to start the podcast, and then inevitably I turn to the camera and say, "What up, everybody? Welcome to the 16-time Primetime Podcast. I am your host, the host with the most, Lucas Temmie. And we have two very, 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 very special guests here tonight. We have the returning rambunctious character, Nixon Ross.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. Oh, aka King Brown.
Yeah, it's me, King Brown, real life.
And we have a extra special guest in the form of Daniel White.
Hello there.
We got
It's
Damo.
me. I'm Damo. Yeah.
Now,
Damo White.
this is your first. Well, no, okay. So as of filming this, you would have just seen the teaser to the now Way of the King short film, starring King Brown from Lucas Industries, season 1, episode 8, and we also have Damo making his. Well, technically now it's the second live action appearance on the channel.
Yes, I've only had my voice.
You've
in it
only
before,
had
yes.
your voice.
Yeah,
in.
you've cameoed before.
Yeah, a few times.
I think there was 2 times, right?
Yeah, 2 times.
So in episode 11, which was the best episode of Lucas Industries, he does the opening news report. That also features CK.
Yes.
And then there was one, and the other appearance was in episode 10, as a little Easter egg sort of appearance, where you did the recording of me getting interrogated.
Oh yeah. I was
While
the voiceover for that.
while completely out of it. Speaking of completely out of it, so we just had a rambunctious night last night. Going around town, getting on the piss.
We gotta love that. We love the
It
piss.
took us a while to actually get us on the piss because not many of the bars were open.
Nah.
Yeah, no, like everything was like closed, like down where we are. So like I thought more stuff would be open.
Yeah.
Like considering that, like
It was a Friday afternoon.
It was a Friday.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Friday night, mate. Not
Yeah, at that
afternoon.
point.
7:00 is in the afternoon. That's the evening.
Yeah.
My brain's not working.
Oh yeah, you're
It's like-
stupid.
I think we there were options, but we limited ourselves due to certain things. The main place of Main Street is we didn't want to go there
Yeah.
because it's a nightclub.
Not
and
in the
it's a
clubs,
very, very small one, and it's very grotty, we'll say.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Revs.
So,
Go to
so
Revs in
don't
Melbourne.
like Revs. What's wrong with Revs?
Oh no, like I had mates from school just tell me it's shit. Like it's just horrible.
Ugh.
Like it's just horrible.
Is
We
it?
should- we
What's
should go
the?
to Revs.
What's the?
We're not going to Revs.
What's the
Daniel.
venue like? Because I think if the venue's shit, then whatever
Look, I've only heard
function
about
it is,
it.
it's not gonna work.
No, I've only heard about it from my mates at school, like ages ago. They were just saying there was this really shitty club that like had, you know, there was shit all over the floor and everything. It's
Oh.
just manky
Because
and dirty.
we
Not actual shit, you sponge. You're cooked.
because we visited Shrek Rave 2. Well, just 2 for
Shrek,
us.
Shrek
Rave in
was-
St Kilda,
It was kind of shit.
and it was shit mainly because of the venue.
Yeah.
I think that was the main problem. It was the venue. It was like this one room that's like far down.
Nowhere to sit or anything.
Nowhere to sit.
Oh
No.
shit.
No, you weren't there for that, were you?
Nah.
Nah,
I
it was
didn't
really
go.
shit, man.
So-
Yeah, that sucks.
The first
Imagine
one,
like a really long, girthy hallway,
Mm.
and at the end is where all the music's happening, and
Yeah.
there's
Wait,
a
so-
bar on the side,
So the Shrek raves were at 2
and then
different
it's just
places.
an open floor.
Mm.
It was two different places. The first one was an excellent venue because it had 2 bars and it was 2-story,
And the second one was.
Okay.
and they had plenty of space on the dance floor.
Okay.
At Merchant, the dance floor is about as big as my bedroom. And imagine like 30 plus people
everyone
jumping around.
Like, everyone says that's like really packed down there.
That
Yeah.
doesn't seem fun.
No.
Just like.
Well, why do you think, you know, I would want to go into one?
Yeah.
Do you think I want to be shoulder to shoulder with random people I don't know?
King Brown doesn't do that.
No, I don't do
that's
that
not
shit,
him.
man.
It's not him.
Anyway, speaking of King Brown...
So let's move
Let's
on
get back
to
to it.
let's move on to what this podcast is really about. So as you guys know,
when Nixon was first on the podcast, we mentioned a potential film being put in the works, and in my time not uploading for most of the year so far,
It's in the works now. It's in the works
it is.
now.
We've been working on it behind the scenes. A lot of screenwriting, a lot of uni work as well. That's also building
We got
up.
a lot of different plans for my character.
We want it to be a
Coming out-
massive step up.
Coming back, all new, decked out. Got this new
He's
crown.
got the crown.
Got this crown. Daniel can wear the crown.
Oh
for
yeah.
now.
I'll
So
wear the
as
crown.
of as of today, we actually shot the teaser, as you can tell by what the fellas are wearing.
Yep.
I mean, I had the
The
King
fit.
Brown outfit on like a couple of hours
Yeah,
ago. But, yeah.
And we've also shot a lot of promotional material that will be on the social medias.
We'll be making.
Look out for that.
I'll be making a couple of concepts and that.
You and your concept.
I made a recent poster that we could show up on here.
Yeah.
If like
Posters.
The
Poster.
green screen. Oh,
Poster.
you want me to do
that's-
the thing?
More
Yeah,
poster.
if that's just gonna be
Boom.
on there. Just chuck it on there.
Yeah, more editing.
All
More
new
editing
post-
for me.
It's pretty much the exact same thing that I made last time, but yeah, it's not
But it's
like,
like-
But better.
yeah,
Yeah.
More epic.
yeah. We're gonna put Daniel on the front cover.
That's why it's more epic.
We've got to
Yeah.
get Daniel on the
yeah,
front
we're gonna
cover.
get him on the front cover. How
Yeah.
good.
Oh, good.
So
It's
you're
starring
gonna
Daniel.
be playing a major role in this film. How
Yes.
do you feel?
Excited. Yes, I haven't really done anything like this before, but I always wanted to because I was supposed to be on Lucas Industries quite a while back actually. But then some stuff came up and I never was able to. So I was always in the back lines waiting to be called up, and I got called up. So
Funny enough, episode 8, he was supposed to be the host of the casino.
Yes.
That's the,
I was supposed
And
to be the
then
original
I
host.
took his place, and then that's where King Brown came in.
So technically, I'm kind of indirectly the reason that Kim Brown came to fruition.
Yeah, indirectly,
Yeah.
you're the reason why, we have this character now.
Yeah.
Now we're taking big steps with this.
I believe how it went was I was writing episode 8, and I was like, okay, Daniel is going to be the main the host, and he's
yes.
going to have this big personality. And I think Daniel's reading the script and goes, "This just sounds like Nixon."
Yeah.
And then was like, "Oh, well, let's just get Nixon in." And Nixon's like, King Brown.
Yeah, King Brown.
No, I couldn't have done what he's
King
done.
Brown-
He's done it perfectly.
King Brown was going to be. He was going to be in the episode.
No,
but
I
he
was gonna
just-
be a
He was going to be
contestant.
one of the contestants.
Yes, actually.
I mean,
yes.
it would have been out of place if there was just some random king just playing a casino or something. I mean, even though that would be something King Brown would do, like go down to the pokies, sit down with a pint, sitting there wasting his 50s away until he's got nothing but 2 cents left. But,
He'll get there.
I think it was the right play, anyways, with you being the character.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I will say, like the outfit I had back then was very half baked.
Yeah.
But like with all this new stuff we're getting a whole bunch of props, stuff like that.
We'll see some of it on the posters, actually.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of different stuff.
So this is going to be your second appearance,
Yeah.
and you're getting your own film.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that's huge.
I say second appearance, and I'm getting my own film for this.
That
Like,
is a big.
I've
step up.
I've only had like a couple of 7 minutes of being in Lucas Industries.
Did you count? Did you count how much screen time you had?
I mean, what's it like? Okay, episode 8, you start off playing, doing all those games and like learning how to like gamble with Deacon. Then about say probably like
Maybe 3 minutes in.
maybe
4
3 minutes in. That's when I come in,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get eliminated. Like
At the end.
I'm the third person to get eliminated.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
So, how did we go about pitching this film? Because I think I turned to you at some point and said, you know what, I want to make a King Brown movie.
So I came to you with the idea of making a King Brown movie as a piss take.
Yeah, it was just a joke at this stage.
and then I thought about it. and
I
went,
made the concept, and then we took that concept, put it in your mouth, and we made
Yum,
the
yum,
thing.
yum.
Just a lot of
We
talking
made-
on Discord.
We made the thing. We shit talked enough to actually make something beautiful.
Well, it's not done yet.
It's just not
Like-
done yet. It's in the works.
It's like we want to get filming in June. Release it in July. But that means we really got to get this.
Get our arse in the gear.
Got a lot of writing to
I
do.
mean, yeah, it all depends on you though, because half of the time you can't make it.
I will try my best. I will try my best.
You gotta work around it, man.
We've got a very stacked cast. So we have, I like to call it the Big Six. 6 of the biggest characters that were in Lucas Industries Season 1. List them off. Nixon Ross as the lead. Making his on-screen debut, Daniel White. We are going to be returning Big Seamus to make an appearance. We will also be having Deacon Payne come back as his character. Huge appearance, huge role in the story is going to be Victor Lawman, aka Hawk. He hasn't been on the podcast yet.
No, not yet.
He'll get there.
Should get him on front, actually.
I got on before him. Let's go. Okay.
So
Anyways,
we
go
also
ahead.
have Cassette Kid, who's also been on the
I'm going to be
podcast.
stealing the funny thing off of Deacon.
And that's
Touch
it.
on.
And we might throw in some extras in there that have small roles, but we'll make it a
Couple of cameos.
couple of cameos. Got some ideas.
Yeah. Get some funnies going.
So, with what we've discussed about this film, I want to hit Nixon. Could you pitch the film?
Okay, so Thomas Ross.
Without spoiling anything.
Give him like a little
Alright.
taste.
Give him a
Alright.
teaser.
A rambunctious king. So he runs a weapons store.
Yeah.
You can put the concept up there if you want. No.
More editing.
More editing.
Boom, boom.
More editing. For me.
We got to show these people.
This is
what they
why
want.
this series exists. 'Cause
No.
I just need to do a one shot.
Think about it. Like, okay, if we don't give a visual representation of what the people think
The
about,
visual representation's right here, man.
Put a visual
Um,
representation of handsome
visual
Daniel.
representation right
There
here.
you go,
This is
right.
what you want. This is what you
It's
want.
what you want.
False
Anyway,
king. I'm the true king.
King Brown and Daniel,
Mhm.
we run a salvos basically. We run an op shop, and it's cover up for an illegal weapons store, pretty much.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I guess. Pretty much what you can
and
do.
then
really.
obviously
Stuff happens that you will
criminal.
find out.
King Brown claims he's a criminal mastermind,
Mhm.
so he's gonna steal some shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna do some funnies.
Yeah.
And I'm just there.
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah,
leave.
you're my sidekick pretty much. You're like Batman Robin. Instead, I do stupid shit and you're not Robin. I just tell you to do everything. And I don't
I'm
do
just
shit.
here like, why am I here? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just trying to leave, bro.
You're trying to leave, but you can't.
No,
Or I will kill you.
we'll have to find out once you watch the,
I'll put you in the
let's
bag.
watch trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty fun.
So you were just holding the gold box there.
Oh,
You
yes.
picked that up.
Yeah, the box, yeah.
Now,
Box of
the
Destiny.
reason why you're seeing this back on, this was also in episode 8.
I was holding
That is
this
because
in that
this
episode.
this film is going to be a prequel to season 1 of Lucas Industries. It's going to take place before episode 8 where we saw King Brown make his first appearance. Now that might not make sense because he's got a mustache and a bloody hair chins on his chin.
It's been a while since.
And I wasn't in it
And
either.
Daniel didn't even exist.
It's
Yeah.
been a while since.
No, I
episode
existed.
8.
I just somehow happened to not be there.
Yeah.
Behind
I
the
was
scenes.
definitely
He was
there.
behind the scenes all
Yes,
along.
I was in the bar.
To be fair, the whole outfit was just an improv I threw together in like 2 minutes. You made a shitty crown for me, which I still have somewhere. It was a beautiful crown at the time.
I don't remember it being shit either.
Hey, look,
Beautiful crown, amazing crown.
It's what if it's poorly made, that's what makes it funny.
I think we agreed to make it poorly made.
Yeah, because it's funny.
That about summarises episode 8 as a
Yeah.
whole.
Let's just think about it this way.
Like,
It's a-
what's he the king of?
No.
He doesn't. He's not the king of anything.
He's a king.
He just claims he's king.
He's a kid. He's a egotistical
But
bastard.
no,
who
in
bosses
the
around.
movie, there'll be a reason why he's the king.
We're gonna make him likable.
I
He's
mean-
already likable because he's entertaining, but
We-
we need him to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need him to hit home.
We need to hit the soft spot in people's
Exactly.
hearts.
How are we
Yeah.
gonna do that, Nixon?
So
Oh,
Damo, what?
oh, my good friend Damo.
Oh.
I love this boy.
Damo's just existing at the moment.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
Damo's just trying
there's
to
not
escape.
really much about your character at the moment.
We
since
can't
you-
really say much about my character. at the
No.
moment.
No, we
Yeah.
can't really like spoil much.
Like,
or
I'm
anything. We can't
try-
say
yeah.
anything really.
We'll have to wait and find out when you watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we eventually are filming it. Yeah.
And you'll have to look at the awesome posters we have in store.
Yeah, we got these.
Once we
we
get
got
them
a couple of concepts
Oh,
we've
fuck.
shown.
They're probably up right now
Yeah,
while
they-
this podcast is
Yeah, they're probably just
uploaded
Posters
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's
everywhere.
Check the socials and
probably.
subscribe.
Hey, look at Namel. He's making a face. Or
Insert
King
handsome
Brown,
Daniel
whoever's
right
up there, who's ever up there right now. But yeah.
So, Daniel,
Yes,
it is an honor having you on the
Thank you.
podcast. It is an honor having you on the channel.
it is an honor being here.
It is the reason why it's such a big deal for you to be here. Not only because you're very rarely around, and I've only seen this is like my 4th day seeing you in person.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of connections to different people that other people know.
Yes, I do actually.
Whenever usually when I say the name Daniel White, then they know who that is.
Yes, I get around.
Without him, there'd be no me, to be honest.
That is true.
Yeah.
I did introduce.
I want to be
Nixon.
sitting right here. In
If you
this
didn't
room.
know, I introduced Nixon to pretty much everyone that you hang out with nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time now, yeah.
Mm.
So
It's like
Yeah.
everything comes full circle
it
and then turns into a scribble.
was just
a lot
just
of
one day on
this.
Instagram. I was just scrolling for Instagram, and I'm like, I know this fella, and then I added him back, and then I'm like, hey Nixon, and we just caught up again. I think we caught up on Halloween that
easy.
one time, didn't we?
Yeah, but you were walking around. For
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I was with my
just in
sister
the
on Halloween.
streets, and then you pissed off after a bit because I was doing something else. I think.
Yeah, but then after that we just
I,
got the
I
boys
think I
together.
was like really young when we saw each other again too.
Yeah, and it wasn't until like a year later
Yeah.
until we
We've
started.
known
doing
each
that.
other for like 10 years,
Yeah.
man. It's nuts.
Mhm.
Go way back. Yeah.
Wow. Where does the name Welsh Drago come from?
Okay, so Welsh Drago is my
British.
my gamer tag on Steam and Discord.
Yeah.
Welsh
He
Drago.
loves
It
that,
used to
man.
be Welsh Dragon 2004,
He's an endangered
and then
species.
it used to be Welsh Dragon 2004. Now it's Welsh Drago with the 3 replacing the E and
Yeah.
the 0 replacing the O, because I'm cool. Welsh Drago.
Spell it out on screen in
Welsh-
big
I'm
yellow
not doing
writing.
Welsh Drago.
Stop making me do it.
Yeah. So Welsh Drago, Welsh, because I'm Welsh. I come from the
He
UK.
is Welsh.
I moved over when I was
Give him
4,
more
I
work
believe.
to do.
Let him talk.
So I moved over when I was young with my family. So Welsh is because I'm Welsh, and dragon is because I like dragons, and the flag for Wales is a red dragon.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, me. Yeah, and if you didn't know, you might see photos where I have my own merch actually. I have merch just that I own for my own channel.
He's got
Where
merch.
did you get merch?
I made it. Remember, I told you I
Oh,
have a
you
shirt.
did
I have
tell
a
me
shirt and I
that.
have
But
a
why
hat
are
as well.
why are you making merch? I mean, I did.
Hey,
that
so
as a
when's
kid.
Lucas
I don't know.
Industries
This was
merch?
when I was very young.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hey,
I
when's-
still have merch I kept from when I was a child. pretty
When's
much.
Lucas Industries merch coming out?
make it. You want Lucas?
Who would buy Lucas Industries merch? I would.
Get a t-shirt.
I don't think we're
Skin
that
round
big to have. I think our friends might cop a t-shirt.
I'll cop a t-shirt.
It would be good if we did if I had a production
Fine.
crew and I get them all to wear the shirts that have Lucas Industries.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty.
I'd
They'd be
sure.
black and they just have the white logo.
That'd be sick. I'd do that.
I'd wear that.
Yeah.
Go to the
Well,
club.
I can't wear because I'm the king.
Yeah,
I'm
he's an
robes,
actor. He's
too
on
good
the
for-
screen. He has
I'm
to
too
wear his own
good to
thing.
wear that kind of stuff. I wear my own clothing.
Nixon dresses himself up in the morning.
Yes, I do.
All right, I wanted to do this in the style of like an actual actor's
Yes.
press run. Press run, is that the word? When they're doing press.
Yeah,
when they're
something
going
like
around
that, yeah.
doing interviews with
Yeah, I know.
random people and they ask them sometimes ridiculous questions.
Mm.
So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna give that a go.
Yeah,
Alright.
sure.
So I'll be like, hi, so glad to have you here.
Shut up.
So, how do you get into character, Nixon?
So I kind of just think of something funny in my head to say, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh wow, what have we got here? Oh, Mr. Debbie, would you like a glass of orange juice?
Where did that voice come from?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I
You
kind of made it
know.
up.
There's no filter. There's no filter.
It just comes out of nowhere. All these different voices, man, you know. It kind of just shifts from there. It just kind of
You gotta
shifts
take
from-
it down low.
Yeah, you gotta take it down.
Hello, boy.
Oh, so when I think of King Brown, I think of someone who's mentally ill
Yeah.
and has,
Yeah, man.
split personality disorder.
Split personality.
So, 1 second, I'm myself. The other second, I'm this rambunctious
Yes.
character.
So you're pretty
Wow.
much SpongeBob to a degree.
He's got a bit of SpongeBob.
Just kind of SpongeBob.
I mean,
You're
the
ins-
voice is kind of reminiscent of.
You're
SpongeBob.
inspired by.
Just the way you switch your
Hey,
emotions
rest
up.
in peace, Stephen Hillenberg, whatever his name is.
So you're very inspired by Jim Carrey.
Well, a big inspiration from the idea of this movie is The Mask, pretty much, and just King Brown as a whole. Again, Jim Carrey's a great actor and everything, and he's made me laugh. Like one of the only actors that have made me, actually laugh.
Belly chuckle.
Yeah, pretty much what he said. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of that inspiration from where the character comes from derives a lot from Looney Tunes and a lot from The Mask, which is kind of the thing I want to go for. Which is, you know, kind of breaking, you know, the rules of reality, since your series is more of like, you know, crime, like action and stuff like that, or like, well, you know, it's still figuring it out what it what it is, but you know, my character kind of goes all against that.
Yeah.
It's like what I said before. He's kind of like, if you were to compare this to like something like the MCU, he is the Deadpool of that universe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're like the comical relief, the comedic relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't always like serious stuff is good. It's good to build tension and everything, but you gotta have a laugh.
And it doesn't mean that there won't be emotional stuff or like intense
Oh,
moments
nah.
during the film. There will be.
There'll be parts where King Brown is, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we
will
want
find
to
out.
give
Yeah.
we want to give the King Brown movie and the series as a whole a backbone, but then also have some really good funnies in there.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of a lot.
Well, we got a lot of
season one. We're still figuring out what it is.
We
We're
still got a
figuring
lot
out-
of plans for even my character, even at like this like stage and everything, and like, you know, since, you know, obviously both you and I are like a crime duo.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what we're going off by, you know, canon now. Like, you know, basically if, you know, there will be like changes or anything, you'll end up also following like the same kind
Pretty
of
much,
route, kind of.
Yeah.
But again, we both do have freedom with both of our characters.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you know.
Because after this, my character will be a reoccurring character during the series too.
Oh yeah,
So,
like
both of us.
we won't be on screen constantly, but we'll be here and there, and you know sometimes play major roles. But it all just depends. I don't know. Like I feel like at this point, when this movie finally gets dropped, there won't be any King Brown without Damel, or Damel
pretty
without
much.
King Brown.
Yeah, it kind of comes as a.
Well,
It's a pack.
Daniel, but you know King Brown says Damel because he's silly.
So Damel, how do you get into character?
Oh fuck!
You're new to the acting scene.
How do I get into character?
How do you
So
get What's your method?
Well, reading through the script, which I can't tell you guys about.
That is important.
Yeah, reading through the script, my character is more. So you have Nixon or like Kim Brown. He's more of the comedic, like goofy guy who's bringing all that to the table. Where my character's more of a serious kind of character, more like shut-in, shy guy, pretty much. And I don't know. I just try to embody all of that into myself. And like I said, there's not much I can really say about my character at the moment. But I would say technically I'm kind of the opposite of what Nixon's trying to give off.
Yeah.
He's more like I said, he's more the comedic relief, and I'm more the realistic kind of guy. Nixon gets me into some shit. My guy doesn't like that one bit. But yeah, that's all I can pretty much say.
You're
without
pretty
giving it
much
away.
the guy who runs my errands, and you're kind of just like, well, I need a job.
Nixon's like appears to be the big mastermind, but I think in reality, I'm doing all the shit behind the scenes.
I kind of like, you know, I'll tell you to do something. You do it.
I'm like behind the scenes. It's me doing all the work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like running the cell.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just me doing all the work, and Nixon's there like, boys, and stuff like that.
I just want money.
Yeah, just want money.
Zingers.
I just want to leave.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
dealing with
yeah,
it.
but you can't. Otherwise, I'll kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to wear the crown, Lucas?
I like to wear the crown.
Everyone's sharing the crown.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got the crown.
Did you get it again?
I bought it on eBay. It was like $20.
eBay. We also own eBay. Yeah, we actually own it.
I love
you know?
hair lice.
We own everything. I don't have lice.
Does King Brown
I'm
have
clean.
lice? Find
Yeah.
out next episode.
Just had a shower.
Mm.
Yeah. Where was I gonna go with this? All right, Nixon.
Yes.
Would it be possible to give us top 5 King Brown expression or lines?
King Brown lines.
The thing. What kind of shit does he say?
What is his
Oh.
most famous?
What is his most
Fuck.
iconic lines?
Well, obviously, his most iconic line would be "Hello, boys."
There we go.
Yeah.
Sell that one,
Probably one of his second ones would be like, "Oh wow, hey boys."
He loves the way he says boys.
right?
It's like,
Boys.
Rambunctious fellow.
well, another one will also just be Damel.
Yeah.
Saying
Just
Damel.
Damel.
a lot.
That is gonna be a run. That is,
A reoccurring thing in the film.
Damel.
Damel.
It's
Yeah.
either Daniel or Damel.
Namor.
I'm,
You can't have your cake and eat it too, Damel.
I'm just.
You gotta be aware of that, my boy. Don't be
Damel.
stupid.
One word, Damel.
This
That's
is
it.
just one word. Damel.
Just one word.
Damel,
One word for the
just-
film, Damel.
Just
Damel.
one
Mhm.
word.
What was I saying?
Those
was
are
that?
those are big three.
Well, there's, I don't know, just like anything, just anything
It's all
that
in the
I
voice.
have just just bouncing around my head. That's just an utterly random thought.
Just comes to you.
Pretty much, King Brown is just the the idea of being impulsive.
He just has no filter. Like I
No,
said. He just says what comes to mind.
it's
straight
just
away.
like, oh wow, I'm gonna step into a sports girl and buy this new dress. Oh wow, I don't even know if sports girls sell dresses. You step into a cotton on.
I think I'd spell.
And you buy a new
I'd
hat.
spell
A new hat.
sportswear.
You cover your genitalia with it.
That's very important.
I swear, this movie's gonna be for children. I swear, it's gonna be family friendly.
Oh, right for the kids.
Bit of swearing. We want to tone it down a bit.
We're
don't
gonna
wanna-
say piss and crap all the time.
It'll be censored. It'll be censored.
Well, the teaser
We're
was
gonna
censored.
I'll have goofy ass censored. Don't worry.
We bleeped the teaser out because we thought it was more funny that way.
It's funny if he's censored because, like, you know what they're saying, but it's funny if there's just a random noise.
Boing.
Yeah.
The goofy ass sound effect.
I like the old school bleep.
Just a
Yeah.
incorrect buzzer sound effect. My favorite.
Yeah, you just start saying some random shit, man.
My guy just spouting facts and he's just getting censored all the time.
You just start.
It's my character. That's a lot of cussing.
You start
So-
speaking in tongues and you start
Speaking
learning
in tongues? What?
Yeah,
Speaking in tongues.
Yeah, speaking in tongues.
I don't know. That was part of the character.
Oh, that is part of the character. He's stupid.
I think my
He's
character.
insane.
I felt my character's pretty smart actually. He's the
Oh,
stupid.
you're
one.
probably the smart one.
Yeah, I'm the
Actually,
brains.
no, that is.
I'm the
is
brains. You're the
case.
bronze. If we think about it, you're the brawn. I'm the brains.
Yeah, I'm just the king.
You're just the king. He's just the character.
Would
Funny
you like
character.
the crown back?
There you wear the crown, it's alright.
The true king of
Yeah,
the show.
Yeah, you can wear the crown.
Before we continue, does anyone know how to segue into ending this podcast in any sort of fashion?
Nixon go up to the camera and just have his face full of the camera and then go
No.
back and go, "Oh,
Get in the box.
Get in the box.
Oh,
what?
get in the
No,
box."
Get in the box.
Oh, yeah.